Welcome to Hockeyville. This is VI Sports. I'm Kevin Chirac, hosting from the Q Center in Colwood. As you can see behind me, the San Jose Sharks have taken to their morning skate. The Canucks are to follow. This is all part of North Saanich winning the Kraft Hockeyville contest. We're going to give you the 411 on that in just a moment, but this episode is dedicated to Junior A hockey. This episode will bring you something on every team across the island. Here's a preview.
It's kind of make or break now.
A glimpse into Cowichan Capitals training camp. The Nanaimo Clippers hope to turn last year's devastation into this year's motivation. The Alberni Bulldogs tasted the playoffs last season. This year,
our skill and talent level is up from previous years.
Expectations are high. The Kings from Powell River look to reclaim the Island Division throne. And a local dynamic duo aim to make their hometown proud.
Those stories coming up in just a moment, but first, none of this, what you see here, would be possible without the man to my right, Jason Fletcher. He's a hockey dad, he's a hockey coach, and he was also the campaign manager for Hockeyville.
Yeah,
so talk to me about your role in getting this going.
Well, back in March, I put the nomination forward to nominate the Saanich Peninsula and Panorama Recreation Center for Kraft Hockeyville. There's about 1,100 nominations, and lo and behold, we made the cut, and through some various votings, we became Kraft Hockeyville for Canada 2015. We're so proud.
You must be proud. Now, obviously, we got the NHL preseason game, which looks more like an NHL playoff game with the atmosphere today. But it goes a little beyond that, Kraft Hockeyville. Can you explain to our viewers what exactly that means?
Well, of course, the NHL and the NHLPA has got the wonderful hockey game here. Kraft was very generous in putting on the contest and providing us with $100,000 for arena improvements for the rec center. Much needed and going to be put well to use, and lots of people are going to benefit from it for sure.
And that's going to make a pretty serious impact on the Panorama Rec Center, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we've got an aging facility, and much like a lot of them across the country, and we're really looking forward to seeing how we can make that money go as far as we can, because the impact is going to be just felt by so many different user groups there, and hopefully next few weeks to a few months we'll be able to start realizing all those improvements that we're planning on.
And I heard that you campaigned relentlessly for North Saanich to win Kraft Hockeyville. Give us an idea of the efforts for campaigning, getting votes, etc.
Well, after we found out we made the top 10, that was just the first step. We had a round of voting against 10 other very worthy communities across Canada, 5 out in the West, and lo and behold, we had the most amount of votes out of all of them to get as the West representative. And then another week of campaigning and hard work and networking and social media, and thousands of people, working with us. And lo and behold, we did it once again. We had almost 1.1 million votes. There's one lady, Leslie, I think she voted close to 13,000 times. That's dedication and passion for a game that just truly represents what Kraft Hockeyville is all about.
And perhaps most important, a lot of smiles on a lot of kids' faces today, and that's really what it's all about.
That's what it's about, the kids. We wanted to make sure that the minor hockey associations and any kids we could get in and available to see this. The players were just amazing, signing autographs, shaking hands, giving high fives, and that's the thrill, and that just makes it all worthwhile when I see those kids cheering outside, walking around the causeway today.
Well, congratulations once again, and enjoy.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. For our first story, I recently attended Cowichan Capitals training camp. And as I learned, it doesn't matter if you're a 16-year-old rookie or a 20-year-old veteran, the pressure is always on.
Training camp.
It's kind of make or break now.
Every pass, every shot, magnified.
Do something every shift to try to get noticed.
Some are returning vets eagerly waiting the start of the season, while others are vying for their first shot in the BCHL, one of the premier development leagues in North America.
There's a pretty steep learning curve.
Cowichan Capitals bench boss Bob Beattie has coached the Junior A level for 20 years. He's seen players progress to college and the pros, and says skill and talent is important, But a player's intangibles are often the difference maker.
Passion for the game, a sincere, selfless player, somebody that's got a tremendous work ethic, and somebody that doesn't get intimidated.
This is where you see guys peak and bust, or you see guys keep striving and keep working on skills that they thought were perfect and perfecting them even more.
Players are a lot more skilled, faster.
Campbell River-born Joe Gage is trying to make the jump from Junior B to Junior A, hoping hockey is in his future, short-term and long-term.
Goal one day to make NCAA, go to school, get some schooling paid for. That's what a lot of guys go to Junior A for.
But for the 18-year-old, time is running out.
That's what a lot of people say when it's your 18-year-old season, you got to make it when you're then. So yeah, it's an important year, I guess.
Meanwhile, for Salt Spring Island's Kyle Topping, the 15-year-old's first Junior A training camp, eye-opening.
15, 16-year-olds, it's a hard thing to do, and it's a lot different than the year I played last year in Major Midget. Just a lot faster and a lot of bigger guys, and you have a lot less time out there, so you gotta react quick.
For first-year players, Coach Beattie looks for maturity and potential.
Those young guys, camp is an opportunity for them to basically prove that at some point they're going to have the ability, to play in this league.
From rookie to veteran, 19-year-old Adam Oshevsky is entering his final year of eligibility in junior hockey.
Crucial.
His goals are simple.
I want to win a lot of hockey games, and I want to end up with a scholarship.
The Capitals captain is one of a handful of veterans with the future on his mind. A successful season could mean a full scholarship to the NCAA. The scouts will be watching.
It weighs on them for sure. There's some stress, for the guys that haven't locked up scholarship.
It works as motivation, yeah.
Keep your cool helps.
You gotta block that out. You can't be playing to get a scholarship. You just gotta play your game, do what's best for you and the team.
For the rookies, each practice and game is a time to prove they belong. For the veterans, a chance to prove they're ready for what's next.
Love the game, I always have. I try and make myself better, the guys around me better, and if at the end of the day it works out that I can get out of here with a scholarship and I can help other guys get one, then it was a success.
To follow those players' journeys throughout the season, head to the rink. The schedule is at the link below. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, more from Hockeyville here at the Q Center.
Watching VI Sports on Shaw TV.
Welcome back to Hockeyville, aka the Q Center in Colwood. Now we're going to head to Nanaimo, where the Clippers had a very strong 2014-2015 season. What do they have planned for an encore? Todd Jones has the story.
They were 2 wins away from winning it all. Losing Game 6 to the Penticton Vs in the BCHL Finals last season is something the Nanaimo Clippers are going to use to help focus for the start of this year's campaign.
It was a bit disappointing. We had a nice run in the long end, but with just the fact that we fell 2 wins short, it's just going to help us for this year. We know what it takes.
This year we brought back a good nucleus of that team again. We've kind of created a strong foundation to build around, and we're excited about what this year's group's going to be able to do. We're going to be committed to trying to take it as far as we can, and it sounds a bit cliche, but we don't rebuild here. We're just retooling and trying to take another good run at
it. The Clippers have 10 returning players to their lineup, and after adding his new pieces, Coach Mike Vandekamp likes what he sees so far.
Well, we have good speed. We have lots of talent. The attitude's been great. I mean, the guys are working hard every day. they clearly want to be here. They're dedicated to getting better every day.
I like the chemistry. I mean, all the guys are getting along really well, and
a lot of new energy. People want it more. I think we got a good group of new guys.
Every practice we're just going all out, which I like. We're getting better every practice, so I think that'll be good in the long run.
So we've got the spirit and we've got the passion, and it seems to be a willingness to learn, and the guys are coming together nicely, so it's a fun group to be around. And right now we'll just keep working with them every day. And
it's going to get better as a team, and the results should show.
After coming so close last season, the Clippers are keeping their goals and expectations simple.
Well, we're focused on trying to win it all, but you know, at first here we break everything down into smaller goals.
Things like face-off, hits, shots, and we also separate our season in segments of 5 games. So our minimum goal is to win 3 out of those 5 games.
Each one of those 5 games, we go out and get as many points as we can and have a minimum goal set in every one of those segments, and just focus on that right now and keep it as kind of narrow as you can and make sure that you're not looking too far ahead, and keep getting better week by week, month by month, keep improving as a team and getting better habits, and hopefully being a playoff-ready team when we get to March.
To help the team get to the postseason, the Clippers will look to leadership on the ice, a role that new captain Devin Barrasso looks forward to providing.
It's an absolute honor to be able to wear the C this year for the Clippers after being here for 2 years, and I'm really excited. And I think there's a lot of guys in our room that are leaders and could be wearing letters, which always helps in a team when you got a lot of leaders, a lot of guys to step up. So I mean, I just cherish the moment, and it's a bounce back year. We know what it takes. We're going to do everything in our power just to come back strong here and go for the championship run again.
For the full schedule of home games, visit NanaimoClippers.com. In Nanaimo, for VI Sports, I'm Todd Jones.
Thanks, Todd. We're going to keep it rolling, drive up north, across the water, where John McKenzie recently caught up with the Kings from Powell River.
The Powell River Kings are consistently one of the top teams in both the Island Division and the BCHL. After a tough Game 7 defeat last season in Nanaimo, the Kings are looking to push through to the next level. It's not an easy task. It takes practice and dedication and the will to get better every single day in everything they do.
We just try to do everything at game pace, and you know, with today's game and the special teams, we do a lot of skill stuff, and the biggest thing is keep them entertained through the week. That's very important, and obviously improve them as a team and individually. So it's a little bit of planning, but it's got to be fun. It's got to be hard work.
It's that hard-working ethic that players and coaching staff want to see both on and off the ice.
We want to be the hardest working club in the league, and I think there's other clubs that want to be that, so it makes it competitive and it makes it challenging.
It's a job of every coach to motivate and inspire players to do better and strive to do their best.
And being their best is also about building a sense of community here in Powell River.
We get kids from all over North America that come in here and want to be a big part of the community. And our job is to make sure we fill the seats, but more importantly this year we want to get ourselves in the community as much as possible and have our town know our kids.
I think the biggest thing is not just helping them develop on the ice as a player, but also off the ice as a human being, and that's the biggest thing is you like young men who come in and work hard, and there's so many things that you can take from hockey, from on the ice, and transfer it into your day-to-day life.
There is a breaking in period at the start of every season. With new players coming in, it's a time to assess skills and to try to gel as a team.
I'm really excited to be here. Been looking forward to it all summer, counting on the days, and now the season's finally started, it's a blast.
But obviously new guys, it can take a little more time to adjust to the league, but I think we've done a good job so far, and practices have been intense, and guys have been working hard, so I think we're going to make a good adjustment. We're just going to get better as the season goes on, and just build as a team as we get more experience.
It all comes down to chemistry. You got to get used to your new teammates and how they skate and how they make plays, and you just got to know where to be so they can find you and where they'll be so you can find them.
I think at the end of the day, everybody wants to personally do well, and then at the same point, team success is huge. So I think just by holding guys accountable to each other, it goes a long way in the camaraderie amongst the group. And the biggest thing is just is success, and that's preparing guys for the season and the upcoming opponent, and preparing them for life down the road in hockey, or in the future away from the game.
For VI Sports in Powell River, I'm John McKenzie.
Thanks, John. We're going to continue our way through the BCHL's Island Division as we head to Port Alberni, where Ginny Fortin gives us a preview of the Alberni Bulldogs.
As much as we love our summer, most of us Canadians seem to have developed this condition where ice is constantly coursing through our veins, no matter what time of year it is.
Certainly has been a hot, dry summer, that's for sure. And it was actually nice to be able to come to the rink and cool off a little bit.
As a hockey player playing here, everybody knows the team, everybody knows the dogs. People know the scores of the games, people know who you are. Everyone plays hockey, everyone knows hockey.
But there's something a little different about this year's Bulldogs camp, and the coaches and players are picking up on it in a big way.
Tryout camp, it's been pretty tough so far, but I guess we'll get through it, and you can feel the buzz in the rink. It's pretty cool.
There is a buzz, and it's I'm going into my 5th season here with the Bulldogs, and this is a buzz that we haven't experienced before the start of the season. So it's very exciting. It's new.
You could say that this Bulldogs buzz is spreading throughout the community. Locals can feel the excitement, and fans are already piling into the rink for preseason action.
It certainly it has been a buzz around town, for certainly whatever reason, but I think last year's playoff games against Nanaimo, it was certainly exciting, losing in Game 7. Certainly has left the bitter taste in the coaches' mouths, but also maybe the fans. So hopefully they're excited to get going just as much as we are.
And we all admit, losing to the Clippers in Game 7 was indeed a bitter ending to last season. But that's what's motivating the Bulldogs organization to take the team to the next level this season.
Hopefully we've certainly done our homework. Our skill and talent level is up from previous years. We're certainly seeing a big difference in that, when it comes to just overall skill.
What we're looking for is players that want to compete, players that have the drive, the passion for the game. They have to enjoy what they do, and they have to, ultimately want to be successful student athletes as well, so help us win a championship. Work hard every night for the fans of Port Alberni, and then go on to bigger and better things once they're done their time with us.
So at this point, the team is taking one thing at a time, focusing on their goals and feeding off this Bulldog buzz.
I think I'm going to bring a little bit of leadership, hard work, some energy to the lineup. I'm a 20-year-old, so it's my last year, but I think I'm going to still be one of the guys who are going to spark the team up and get them going. Just looking at the team right now, it looks like we've got a pretty strong team, so I think we've got a championship on our minds this year.
People here love their hockey for sure. As far as I'm concerned, they're certainly the best fans in the league. So if they're excited, we're certainly excited, and hopefully we can bring a product to them each and every night here at the arena and entertain them, because that's what they're here for. They are certainly very knowledgeable of the game, and so we want to provide them with good, exciting hockey.
There's only one thing left to say, and I'm sure the community will echo this sentiment. Go Dogs, go!
The Alberni Bulldogs are a community-owned team, so be sure to give them your support this season. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we return, more from Hockeyville here at the Q Center.
watching VI Sports on Shaw TV.
Welcome back to the Q Center. The Vancouver Canucks on the ice behind me. Stick around because we're going to speak to some of the players at the end of the show. But first, let's talk about the team that plays here day in, day out. We're talking about the Victoria Grizzlies. Here's a story from our volunteer reporter, Mark Robertson.
Vancouver Island has the distinction of being home to some really good junior hockey. When it comes to Junior A, there's a special sense of pride for both players and fans. We had a chance to sit down with a couple of homegrown boys to find out what it means to them to play for the Victoria Grizzlies.
Ever since he was a kid, Cole Pickup wanted to be a Grizzly.
Well, I realized that I kind of wanted to, that's who I wanted to play for.
He played his minor hockey with the Juan de Fuca Grizzlies, alongside current teammate and childhood friend Kevin Massey.
Me and Cole grew up probably 30 seconds away from each other. I've always been growing up watching the Grizzlies and wanting to play for them, right? It's in a dream.
At 6'4", Massey has emerged as a big presence on the back end, and he's pretty good with the puck, too. While forward Cole Pickup has developed into one of the team's top offensive talents.
And both of them I know very well. They've lived in the community as myself for, for all their lives.
Going picks. How was workout? How was workout today?
Cole, this is his third season as well. It's Kevin's third season with the team.
It's cool to see that we're both assistant captains now.
As I've gotten older and kind of become more of a leader on the team, and I think I am kind of relied on for some goals this year, and I mean with the scoring and things like that, and also just kind of getting guys more comfortable with the league, like because we are a younger team this year.
The Grizzlies are definitely hometown favorites, and with local talent helping to flesh out the roster, there's always that added push to perform.
With all the friends and family that come to all the games to watch, and it is pretty, you get pretty emotionally wrapped up in it, and you do anything it takes to win.
I got like 30 of my family members from all over the island at like most games, and all my friends and family and stuff like that, so it's definitely a huge sense of pride.
Kevin and Cole will hope to take that hometown backing and experience to help lead them to the next step in their hockey careers.
It is great to have that hometown flavor, and especially when, two thriving players like Kevin and Cole that are, like I say, top players in this league, and I'm hopeful both of them get themselves NCAA scholarships this season.
If you want to show your support for the Grizzlies, you can find their full schedule online and check out all the action at the Q Center. I'm Mark Robertson in Colwood for VI Sports.
We've heard from the juniors, now let's hear from the pros as they reminisce on their favorite junior memories.
Being on long road trips, bus trips, you don't forget those kind of things, and that's something that I miss. And mostly all the guys are around your age too, so you get to hang out with them, around the rinks and away from the rinks, and everyone's kind of like a family in there, so it's pretty cool.
When you move away from home when you're such a young age, you go through a lot, but you meet a lot of great hockey friends, and everyone going through it, and it's something that a lot of people don't get to experience, and you have to take in. You have to learn a lot, but it's a huge challenge, and if you want to live this dream, it's something that you have to go through, and you do it together with your teammates.
And maybe what are some things that you're happy to leave behind for junior?
Well, we flew in charter today, so I think the bus rides are the big thing I'd like to leave behind, and no curfew's a big thing, but it's junior is where we all start, and that's where you all develop. If it's junior A, college, or WHL, it's a stepping stone for all of us, and everyone has their different paths. So it's worked out very well for me, and it's something I always go back to in my roots.
And for the players that will be watching it, what are some maybe lessons that you can give them now that you've advanced to the next level?
Just keep working hard and keep playing your game. Do what got you there in the first place. You're obviously noticed of what you were doing to get you there. So if you just keep continue to keep getting better at those things that you've been doing, and catch somebody's eye, and all it takes is one person to like you. And I think if they continue to keep working hard and stay healthy, obviously it's going to pan out for them.
That's our show. We're all wrapped up here. Special thanks to Kraft Hockeyville, the Vancouver Canucks, San Jose Sharks, the NHL. And hey, remember to support your junior A hockey clubs. Those guys could be future pros. You never know. Remember to follow us on Twitter as well at VI Sports Guy and send us your story ideas. Hey, for everyone here at VI Sports, I'm Kevin Chirac. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.